Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome to Dragon Age 2. It's a game that I've been putting off for a little while because it's a little bit long. And it's a little bit on the repetitive side, but we'll get to that later. There's certain aspects of it that are repetitive due to its rushed development. But, as a friend of mine has reminded me, Dragon Age 4 is coming out. And I still haven't played Dragon Age 3's DLC. A decent amount of Dragon Age 2's DLC. And my intention has been to play through all 3 Dragon Age games before Dragon Age 4 comes out. Dragon Age, what's the subtitle for the 4th one? Dreadwolf is the subtitle. But for now, let us start with the Legacy of Hawk and begin a new game. I will not buy Rogue Pack 2. The champions rise to power, shrouded in mystery, but no one challenges the champion more than the Chantry. So what kind of character are we going to make? So in Dragon Age Origins, I chose a male mage. The mage because I feel like with Dragon Age Origins combat system, I just like the mage more. And with Dragon Age 1, male because of the Morrigan plotline, in which Morrigan ends up being impregnated by yourself, or your character, and carries the old god's soul within her, and that old god's soul gets contained within her unborn child. For Dragon Age 2, I feel is the least team-oriented of the 3 games. Like, the third game, it has a better balance between Dragon Age 1 and Dragon Age 2's combat. Dragon Age 2 was more about, like, making it more action. It simplifies the experience, very much so. So I'm not going to play as a mage. I'm going to play as a rogue this time. A roguish hawk. Because I feel like that's a little bit more fun way towards this particular battle system. And let us begin. Also, I'm playing this on the PC. I downloaded both the PC version and the Xbox, I guess the 360 version, onto the Series S. They both don't control very well. I feel like it's arguable whether it controls better with a controller or not, because playing with a controller, it still felt very loose. I think Inquisition fixes a lot of that. Let's see. But also, Inquisition was built on the Frostbite engine, which was very specific for controller gameplay. But here we begin with our narrative. What is the word for for the shell of an outside narrative that describes what's happening inside? I knew it a week or so ago, and now it is gone. But yeah, our narrative structure is told entirely in this kind of interview between this Chantry commander and Varric? No, not Varric.
I've had gentler invitations.
Oh, son of a... Hold on. Okay, take 2. This time I actually bothered to turn on the subtitles. This game having been released prior to a time when subtitles are either always on, or you're given an option before you play. Like, I remember... EA is interesting as a company for that, though. Like, I remember back in the day where, like, EA had their games immediately start when there's no menu. It just goes straight into the game. Like, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers was like that.
I've had gentler invitations.
I am Cassandra Pentecost, Seeker of the Chantry.
And just, what are you seeking?
The champion.
Which one?
You know exactly why I'm here.
She even threw the book at him.
Dwarf. They tell me you're good at it.
What do you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
There was a big bang. Bonus points if you know what that's from. And there we have Darkspawn. Now they are dead.
Scouts. We will have to fight them sooner or later.
You've already fought them. They're dead.
Prepare yourself. On your guard.
Alright. Now, this is where the computer... version suffers. Is how accurate you need to be. Left click. Okay, now that is a very good move. It's basically just big old teleport. And then stab right in the back. Seems to entirely kill a lot of these goons, but then of course this is like... This story doesn't necessarily narratively tie directly into what's coming forward, and we're essentially getting a lot of extra abilities. Let's see, I'm right beside you. Neither can they. Or then we fight! Let's see, neither can they.
Perhaps we'll be lucky, and they'll run out of Darkspawn. Here they come. Shall I deal with them?
Go ahead.
All yours, sister.
Flame on. Experiment it with your other abilities. I can do that. But first, let's do that. That's a nice little escape. This one is good. Like a nice little roll forward that like clears off like everything right in front of you. And get rid of you, and then dive through you. Excellent. So yeah, you can tell this is much like the Dragon Age Origins feels like it's more of like a callback to your older RPGs like Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate, and this game like clearly went off a different they went in a different direction with the assignment. And then let's backstab you. And then dive. And then whatever that one is. And then backstab again. All too easy. And then the defining feature of a Dragon Age game, is melee fighters will be doused in blood. And you could just imagine the dwarf in the conversation. Then Darkspawn climbed over the hill. Hawk stood there, daggers at the ready. She spun around, dived forward.
Does that not match the story you've heard, Seeker?
I'm not interested in stories. I came to hear the truth.
You
What makes you
can't
think I know the
handle.
truth?
Don't lie to me. You knew her even before she became the champion.
Even if I did, I don't know where she is now.
Do you have any idea what's at stake here?
Let me guess. Your precious chantries fall into pieces and put the entire world on the brink of war. And you need the one person who could help you put it back together.
The champion was at the heart of it when it all began. If you can't point me to her, tell me everything you know.
You aren't worried I'll just make it up as I go?
Not at all.
You'll need to hear the whole story.
See, it was on this day that the champion was born. It was a sunny, overcast day. Oh my gosh, my storytelling has already fallen apart. How can it be both sunny and overcast? Alright, let's see. Wait, how do you... Interesting how you can only either go with their predefined presets, or... And then you can choose... I'm gonna go with their preset character, because... Why not? Eh, maybe not, I don't know. Let's take a look. Do we actually like... this character editor? Not entirely. Let's see. Marion Hawk. That's fine, we'll go with it. Events of Dragon Age Origins. We're going to import our save as Dalen the Mage. Back from the distant year of 2022. Alright, here we go. What did I do? Connor, the son of Arl Eamon, was freed from the demon. Mages were recruited. The elves were recruited. Harumant rules over Orzammar. The Anvil of the Void was destroyed. Loghain was killed. Alistair is king of Ferelden. So apparently Loghain is... like, Alistair killing Loghain immediately after the fight is more towards... like a character trait that I did not realize he kind of picks up during a side quest, and how that side quest affects his choice later on. The Warden performed the Dark Ritual with Morrigan. Oh, so that's what we're calling it these days. The Warden killed the Archdemon. Amaranthine was saved from the Darkspawn assault. Okay, so that was the city. In one of the DLC. The Architect is alive. I don't remember who the Architect is. Warden's Keep was reclaimed, okay. Shale was discovered, yes. King Kalim's corpse was burnt. These things affect stuff? Alright. Alright, let's go. On super casual, extra casual. Let's do normal. Because We're just a bunch of normal guys.
The Blight had been unleashed on Ferelden. Darkspawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostagar. The battle was a disaster. King Kalen died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general.
Also, very nice of the game to provide a summary of what happened in the previous game. Like,
The horde marched on the village of Lothering. The village burned, and many innocents were slaughtered. The champion's family barely escaped in time.
Oh, never mind. We're not actually getting an introduction to the first game. We're getting an introduction to the second game. Kind of, sort of in the same vein. But no, like, I read the Wikipedia plot summaries of the first game and its DLCs just to remind myself of what the hell happened.
Everything your father and I built. At least we're alive. That's no small feat.
You know,
Yes.
I feel like I'm already tempted to always choose sarcasm for this game.
Why are you looking at us? We've been running since Ostagar.
Speaking of running, maybe we should get moving.
Not to interrupt, but the Blight's not going to wait while we stand here pointing fingers. Please, listen to your sister.
Then let's go. Lead on.
All right. Ooh, I got a Ferelden shortbow and its dog. This is a lot of Sir Isaac's armor. Why is there so many quests related? Oh my gosh, I just started the game. Let's see, the bow is 16 physical damage, or 15 per second. No. For his trophy belt, so many quests. Do I have actually any abilities, now that I think about it? This is an interesting looking level tree.
Well, at least it's not boring.
You know, maybe you would be able to throw more bombs if you didn't lob them. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. What are you doing all the way over there? Right side of the quick bar are alright. One of your characters has gained a level. It is me. When a character levels up, you receive points to spend on both tributes and abilities. Let's see. What shall we raise? How about we have 3? So 1 into dexterity, 2 into cunning. And then we will... Yeah, let's get backstab, because that seemed pretty useful. Whereas pinning shot is strategic, but useless. I'm just kidding. It's evade is useful. we'll just slowly build ourselves back to, what was the really good jump one? Where is the super jump that kills everything? Yeah, that is nice, but not what I'm looking for. This is the one, Rush. That now inflicts damage, so I need 2 points in Sabotage. Has that quick save been working? Yes, it has. Excellent. Alright. What have you got on you, dead refugee? A hunter skinning knife. That is just as good, except it also requires dexterity, whereas mine does not. How am I still getting quests? What does my journal even look like at this moment? Oh. Yep. You must complete them and your decisions will dramatically impact Kirkwall's future. Oh, yep, that's where I came from. Mother! Ah, I finally stopped getting quests.
Wait, where are we going?
Away from the Darkspawn, where else?
And then where? We can't just wander aimlessly. So long as we wander aimlessly away from the Horde, I'm happy.
We can go to Kirkwall.
Well, that wouldn't be my first choice. There's a lot of Templars in Kirkwall, Mother.
I know that, but we still have family there, and an estate.
Then we need to get to Gwarin and take ship.
If we survive that long, I'll just be happy to get out of here.
Now we fight!
Alright, sounds like a good idea. Let's backstab that one. I was gonna say, how good is my regular backstab now? And it immediately goes into a cutscene. Oh, I remember her being pretty awesome. I definitely don't remember him being awesome.
You will not have him! They will not have you. Not while I breathe.
Well, as it turns out, they're looking to put a stop to that too. It's not mutually exclusive. Alright, so my backstab is not quite as awesome as it was in the, Ooh. Take that, Herlocks! It looks like I'm putting a lot of effort into these jumpy jumps and these flippy flips.
Squirming, Wesley. You'll make
But,
it worse.
not necessarily getting as much as I'm effect as my effort.
Darkspawn and now a Templar. I thought they all abandoned Lothering.
The Spawn are clear in their intent, but a mage is always unknown. The Order dictates.
Oh, shut up.
Wesley,
That woman is an apostate. The Order dictates.
Dear, they saved us. The Maker understands.
Of course.
I am Aveline Valenne. This is my husband, Sir Wesley. We can hate each other when we're safe from the Horde.
Well, why are you here?
A A strange time to be hunting apostates. His fellows left with the Chantry priests.
I was traveling to Denerim on business for the Order, but I had to turn south when I heard of Ostagar.
Bad luck and judgment brought us together here before the attack.
The Nice Templar has been convinced to postpone his hunt for illegal mages. So let's not dwell upon it, shall we?
Wise girl.
Can you be trusted?
You're quick to offer your allegiance.
Another blade between us and the Darkspawn? Yes, please.
So long as the Horde is their first concern.
My duty is clear, but that is for another day, if we are granted that opportunity.
We will be fine. We all will.
How did you survive the Horde?
For a while it looked like we were the only ones to escape the Darkspawn.
We aren't free of them yet. Just like at Ostagar, this is just the start.
You were there. Yes, I see it now. Third Company, under Captain Varel.
Then you saw how the whole of the army was defeated.
We fell to betrayal, not the Darkspawn. This arm of the Horde will not have the same advantage.
The wrath of the Templars is terrible indeed.
More so their wives. But as long as there is a greater danger, you and I have an accord.
The enemy of my enemy.
For now, we move with you. North is cut off. We barely escaped the main body of the Horde.
Then we're trapped. The wilds are to the south, that's no way out.
If the options are south or die, I'll take my chances with south.
Exactly, you can't just do nothing, because you already know what the result of nothing is. It is death. You have to try something. Ooh, I have a rivalry with Carver. Who's Carver? It's you! And Bethany, a friendship. Excellent. Oh, that's my sister. Nothing with Aveline. Ooh, but you leveled up. I'm going to give you 1 magic, 2 willpower, and you can heal us when the time comes. You can 1 strength, 2 constitution, and you can Stonewall. Why, hello, it's the Darkspawn. There we go. Alright, a little strategic. Again, nowhere near as close as Dragon's Age Origins. Even towards the beginning. Oh, hello. Having the pause button is nice because, one, it helps me align the mouse without having to necessarily move the camera, because moving the camera is the same button as attacking. And moving. The button to move the camera, and to attack. Like the right, you have received a potion. Like the right mouse button is a workhorse. It gets things done. But maybe too much. Oh no, it's the Darkspawn. Let's backstab one of these archers. Nope, not that one, because he's dead. And then throw this down. Stop. There we go. Ah. And then backstab you. And also, just like Dragon Age Origins, your health, your magic, your stamina, it refills in between fights. Actually, was that like that in... I think that was like that in Origins. Which essentially means that every fight... Ooh, plus 15 attack. Well. This amulet is now mine. Which essentially means every fight is balanced, or should be balanced towards itself. I feel like that's one of the tricky things about RPGs that don't have that kind of feature, is like you're always kind of balancing fights based on attrition. So they're more about planning ahead. Whereas with games like this, where you heal between fights, focus is less on attrition and more about the immediate moment. Like you're focusing just on that individual fight, as opposed to expecting a longer group of fights to hold you back. Ooh. A magician. Sounds like it's time to backstab you. And also let's... Yeah, the emissaries were really tough back in Dragon Age Origins. But now that we have a more action flair, I wonder how... Ooh, how they'll stand up. For a second there, I was wondering if your sister had the ability to heal, and then she healed herself. So...
Quickly,
yeah.
before they regroup, we must press to the wilds.
Well, they were in a hurry to go somewhere. Let's raise your strength by 1, constitution by 2, and you have big sword. Warmonger? Taunt? Oh, you already have taunt. Battlemaster? Regain only 5%? What is it? Or just 5% general, regeneration. Yeah, sure, why not? And for me, let's do 1 constitution, 1 willpower. What's strength for? No, definitely not that. And dexterity. What is our next? And sabotage. Alright, let us loot. Ooh. But I'm a rogue.
I can take care of it.
Oh, I was still controlling.
All set.
And I got boots too. Alright, let's raise up her constitution. What does cunning do? Willpower and magic. And now she'll be able to throw fireball. Nope. Throw... Ooh, Winter's Grasp was a good spell for me in the first one. And then as for you, a level 3 warrior. How about Constitution, willpower, strength. Yeah, sure, why not? And let's take a look at these boots. That's level 19. That's 19 armor. I've got 18 armor. They are slightly different color from the previous boots. Interestingly enough, these fellows are more specific on their outfits than the previous game. Also, notice nobody's wearing any hats. I did not like any of the hats. The Kokery Wilds. It is said that in the midst of the Black Age, when werewolves stalked the lands of Ferelden in numbers that kept every farmholder indoors, and a hound on every doorstep, a powerful Arl of the Alamari people stood and declared that he would put an end to the threat. His Arling stood on the border of the Dark Forest in the southern border. His Arling stood on the border of the Dark Forest on the southern border of the Ferelden Valley. I don't like the repetition of the word border. How would I rewrite that sentence? His Arling stood in the Dark Forest on the southern border of the Ferelden Valley, and he claimed that the werewolves used the forest to launch their midnight assaults on humanity. For 20 years, this Arl led an army of warriors and hounds deep into the forest. In his hunt for the werewolves, he slew not only every wolf he came upon, but also every member of the Chasand Wilder folk. Chasand. Any one of them, he said, could harbor a demon inside and thus be a werewolf in disguise. For 20 years, the forest rang with the screams and the rivers ran with blood. The tales say that an old chastened woman found her sons all dead at the Arl's blades. She pulled one of those very blades from one son's heart and plunged it into her own chest, cursing the Arl's name as she did so. Where her blood touched the ground, a mist began to rise. It spread and spread until it was everywhere in the forest. The Arl's army became lost, and it is said that they died there. Others say they wander still. The ruins of his Arling stand to this day, filled with the ghosts of women waiting eternally for their husbands to return. The forest of the legend is, of course, the Kokery Wilds. There are as many legends about the Great Southern Forest as there are shadows, or so the saying goes. The Chasand Wilder folk have made their home there since mankind first came to these lands, and the wildlands spread as far into the south as anyone has ventured. Beyond the mists are vast tracts of snow, white-capped mountains, and entire fields of ice. It is a land too cold for mankind to survive, yet the Chasand eke out an existence even there, and they tell of horrors beyond the wilds that the lowland folk could not begin to comprehend. To most, Ferelden simply ends with the Kokery Wilds. There is nothing beyond. The wilds is a land of great trees, wet marshes, and dangerous monsters. What more need be said? You know, that's actually that's their real life place. That's what most Americans refer to as the northern border of Florida. Beyond that border, there's nothing else. I'm just kidding. There's Disney World. Oh no! It's an Agra.
You soulless bastards!
Yeah, that did not work out so well.
Too powerful! Retreat!
Oh, no you don't.
Let's finish this.
There we go. Aha! Take that. Nope. Stop spinning around. No, no, stop spinning. I think there's a setting to, just have auto attack. Let's take a look at that. Let's say gameplay. And key bindings? No. Interface? No. I guess not. I think it was just in the Xbox version. Always highlight usable objects, definitely. Shall I quick heal? Oh no. Winter's Grasp. Thank you, sister.
Carver, wake up. The battle's over. We're fine.
Yeah, Carver's dead.
Mistress, your son is gone.
No, these things will not take Carver.
They did.
Carver gave himself to save us.
I don't want a hero. I want my son.
Well, you're kind of getting neither.
Your little brother. My little boy.
Mother, we can't stay here. Carver wouldn't want his sacrifice to be meaningless.
Allow me to commend your son's soul to the Maker, Mistress. Ashes we were, and ashes we become. Maker, give this young man a place at your side. Let us take comfort in the peace he has found in eternity.
I will never forget you, Carver.
I might forget. This is a long game.
At least Father will have company now.
Flames. We're too late.
Let's knock all of you guys out. Okay, you're not knocked out. Jump through the two of you.
There's no end to them.
Interesting how most of these individuals got rewritten, like written out of the story. They got written out of the legend. All that is remembered by most people is just Hawk and her, well, Hawk is the last name, is just Marion and her sister. Is this Flemeth? Oh wait, she's not dead yet.
Well, well, what have we here?
Narratively, she's not dead yet.
It used to be we never got visitors to the wilds, but now it seems they arrive in hordes.
Impressive. Where'd you learn how to turn into a dragon?
Perhaps I am a dragon. If so, count yourself lucky. The smell of burning Darkspawn does nothing for the appetite. If you wish to flee the Darkspawn, you should know you are heading in the wrong direction.
Wait, you can't just leave us here.
Can I not? I spotted a most curious sight. A mighty ogre vanquished. Who could perform such a feat? But now my curiosity is sated and you are safe for the moment. Is that not enough?
Yeah,
You could show me that trick of yours. That looks useful.
If only a clever tongue was all one needed. Tell me, clever child, how do you intend to outrun the Blight?
We need to get to Kirkwall, in the Free Marches.
Kirkwall? My, but that is quite the voyage you plan. Your king will not miss you, hmm?
I'm sure he'll miss his life more.
Oh, you I like. Hurtled into the chaos, you fight, and the world will shake before you. Is it fate or chance? I can never decide.
half of everything is fate. And the other half?
It appears
Ah, damn it, I screwed it up.
both today.
You get double bonus points if you know what quote I was trying to do.
Anything you could do for us would be appreciated. Maybe we shouldn't trust her. I don't even know what she is.
I know what she is. The Witch of the Wilds.
Some call me that. Also Flemeth, Asha Belinar.
I didn't know about Asha Belinar.
Does it matter? I offer you this. I will get your group past the Horde in exchange for a simple delivery to a place not far out of your way. Would you do this for a Witch of the Wilds?
Should we trust her?
Wesley is injured. We'll never escape the Darkspawn.
If you need to, leave me behind.
No. I said I would drag you out if I had to, and I meant it.
Alright. Witch of the Wilds?
What is a Witch of the Wilds exactly?
It's a witch that lives in the wilds. Duh.
Steal children.
Ah, she said chastened, so that I would have a pronunciation.
Fate?
Yes, just like you.
Why not go yourself?
You would go through all that trouble to have something delivered.
I have an appointment to keep. It is far more convenient this way. Happily, you're not without your own needs.
What will we be facing?
How much trouble will this delivery be exactly?
About as much trouble as my saving your lives not 5 minutes ago.
Good point.
If you knew my daughter, you'd know how seldom I hear that.
Roast a few more Darkspawn? I'll do anything you want.
Sadly, my charity is at an end. There is a clan of Dalish elves near the city of Kirkwall. Deliver this amulet to their keeper, Marathari. Do as she asks with it, and any debt between us is paid in full. Before I take you anywhere, however, there is another matter.
You want us to kill Wesley.
No, leave him alone.
What has been done to your man is within his blood already.
He has been poisoned by the Darkspawn blood.
She's right, Aveline. I can feel the corruption.
You can
inside
see
me.
the corruption on him.
What are you talking about?
From the Darkspawn. All that blood. I knew when it happened.
And how much time before you?
Not long now, if I am any judge.
This corruption is the permanent sort, I take it.
The only cure I know of is to become a Grey Warden.
And they all died at Ostagar.
Not all, but the last are now beyond your reach.
Aveline, listen to me.
You can't ask me this. I won't.
Please. The corruption is a slow death. I can't.
Do I push her to take the position? Do I kill Wesley myself? Do I push her to kill Wesley? Or do I play... I'll push her to do it.
Whatever you're going to do, do it. We can't wait.
Okay, that was more impatient than I was hoping for.
Be strong.
I was expecting put him out of his misery was not going to be like, we've got places to be, wrap it up. I was expecting it to be more like, literally that, put him out of his misery. But that's always the tricky part with games where the actual text does not match the option text. Like, the more of these choices you have, the more likely you'll find these option texts that don't necessarily match the tone.
Without an end, there can be no peace.
It's a good thing we leveled up his character.
Your struggles have only just begun.
Flemeth,
I thought that might interest you.
you expect me to believe a myth swooped out of the wild to save the champion?
Yes.
Oh, come now, Seeker. Do I need to recite the tale of the Warden as well?
No. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised to hear of her involvement.
I liked my version better, too.
What else aren't you telling me, then? Did she send someone with the champion?
In a manner of speaking.
So it's true. Continue. But if you tell me they all flew to Kirkwall on a dragon...
Nothing so fanciful, I assure you. The witch kept her word and got them to Guaran, where they took ship. They sailed north across the waking sea, lashed by terrible storms. 2 weeks they spent in that dark hold, packed in with the fearful and the desperate. And then they saw it. Kirkwall, the city of chains. Long ago it was part of the Imperium, slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries. Now, it's a free city, but I use the word loosely. Sail through those black cliffs and you'll see what the slaves of old saw. The gallows, welcoming you. That's where their ship landed, with all the rest.
Into the city. What? That can't be. It's true. Look at them all.
Interesting how she knows about this before anybody else in the same group, although I suppose she could just be very observant.
Fleeing for their lives.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
I'm only surprised they let us dock.
We need to find Gamlen. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it.
Let's hope he received your letter.
The guards seem to be reporting to that man. Perhaps we should speak to him.
Aveline does not like... I suppose I should have accepted that. How far is back is my last quick save? I mean, I could try, see if there's any difference to what happens. Alright, I'll do that. I'll save the game now. Let's try this autosave. Okay, I just realized your character just always automatically attacks. And I don't need to repeatedly mash the attack button. Which is very convenient.
Please. The corruption is a slow...
Alright, let's see what happens if you say it's up to you.
He's your husband, Aveline. I can't decide his fate.
Like, does she still kill him?
My love.
So it's really like the action doesn't necessarily change as much as her opinion of you changes based on what you prompted her to do. Alright, let us skip back to Kirkwall.
Without it.
You let the guard...
Alright, Aveline likes us more. That's the important part. For now, though, got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.